welcome to Laurie Faye Art. Today I am doing a collab, and this collab is with the Raven Compendium and Jen's Creative Creations. Now you'll see their names on the screen, but also their links are in the description below, so please pop on over and see what they have done for this. Now the theme was basically just mixed media, so I'm not even sure what they did, but I'm doing a piece in my art journal, and the only thing that we kind of had as a, you know, it's basically do what you want to do with mixed media, but the only theme we kind of had was it had to have birds in it in some way, description or form. So that's it. I'm going to use what I have. I haven't bought anything specific for this. This is just a Montmartre art journal. I think it's actually just a sketchbook, but the pages seem pretty good for art journaling. I have done a little bit in it already, and I just gessoed this page to start off. I often just finish off my stuff that I do, and then I do the next page with gesso so that it's ready to go. I'm going to be using some, what are these called? Napkins. I'm going to be using some of the napkins that I have. I'm probably going to use a little bit of paint and possibly some stamping. I've also got this big container of, like, this is what I'm saying, like I've got stuff in here that I've cut out, and bits of paper, even like paint chips from Bunnings. Where are they? There's like chunks taken out. These are just bits of cardboard out of the tea box, you know, when you buy tea, that separates them. Yeah, these flowers, I've done a project and I wanted the jar back. So I ripped them off, and I didn't do it gently, but you know, I don't sort of want to waste them. I'll use them on something. There's a butterfly that I've also ripped off something. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is just left over from other projects or just pieces of stuff that I've cut out and then I just haven't used it. So, oh, there's a butterfly cut out of a paint chip, so you can see on the back. Yes, so what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to put something together. I'm going to basically just do art journaling. I'm not going to overthink it. I'll just put something down on paper and then not going to overthink it. Just going to go with the flow. Because as you know, with art journaling, there are no rules. You just do what you want to do. It's not like you have to worry about if you're using the right technique or anything like that. It's just about having a bit of fun and just free play. So we will see what happens. I have no plan. I have no real idea of what I want to do. So I'm just going to get cracking. So where we're at so far is I've done some outlining with a pencil, and this is a watercolor pencil, or it's actually graphite that is water soluble. So that helps me to blend it and move it around a little bit. As I said, it had been gessoed before and it had dried. And I've picked out these, so I've got some glass. I've just gone with the colors that I've been using. Purple flowers, I may or may not use all of them. Some little bluebirds that I may cut out there, and a little black capped chickadee, and I only know that because it says it on the serviette there. So we're going to use those, and I found this little bit of vellum thing. I might put that on as well, and that's my next layer sort of planned out, but who knows, I may use all of them, I may not, so we'll see how that goes. So just to recap what I've done, this color is just gouache, and yeah, and just use the pencil so far. So that's, you know, that's not a lot of stuff you need. You don't need a lot of stuff. I'm just going to go through what I've got. So let's just keep going. So while I'm letting all that dry, I'm just going to go around, and obviously I'm not going to leave the eyes like that. We'll do something with those, but I'm thinking I'll leave that to the end because I'm not sure what colour I want to paint them, which is a bit, you know, I don't know. I don't know what colour I want to paint them yet until I sort of get the feel for what the whole thing looks like. But I can, this pen is not waterproof, and we talk about that being not a good thing, but I think in some cases it's actually quite nice to have a black pen that you can smudge around a little bit just to form some darker shades and just to blend it. Like the pencil that I used, by the way, is a fiber tip. It's just an art studio pen. I got this, you might have seen my Riot pen haul. That's where I got it from. I think it was 50 cents. So they do come in handy. They do dry lighter than what it looks like right here. It's a lot like watercolor. So we can sort of spread it around a little bit and just not have such harsh lines. And you can see where it's actually like bleeding. And for this application, I quite like that. And as I said at the beginning, this is basically, you just go with the flow. And I find this kind of thing, if you're new to mixed media or some products, it's a really good way to test them out, to see how they react with each other. It's not a pressure area, you know, you're not panicking about bleeding or it being like this, smudging. You just do whatever, you know, just do whatever it wants to do and just allow it to happen. Like it's quite liberating for an artist to just not have to worry whether a product is doing what it's intended to do, because it really doesn't matter. So anyway, let's get on to the next layer. I'm going to let this dry and then I'm going to come back and do another layer. So while I was waiting for that to dry, I decided that I would put another flower on. I had them there, so I thought I might as well just use them. It's a matter of just getting the right shape. I mean, like, I'm not saying right shape, I'm just, when I say right shape, I'm saying right shape or right placement for me to be happy with where it is. You can put it wherever you want. I mean, you want to put it on her face, go ahead, put it on her face. But I think I'm going to put it there. So we'll keep on going. I've used some pencil and I've used a white pen. I've got a white stamp. This stamp is Moonlight White Dewdrop by Brilliance. Now it's a pigment and ink pen, like it's basically ink in a stamp. Now I have never used it. It's sealed up in my box. Now I just wanted to add some interest. Now you could just draw these. I mean, I'm just using a very simple dotty stamp, but you could just draw these on if you wanted to, but I figured I'd give it a bit more. Oh yeah, I don't mind that. Adds a bit of interest. You could use black stamp, but I think it's a little bit dark, so I think we're gonna be able to pick up a little bit from using. Don't think about it too much. We'll just put a few on. Oh, that one wasn't too good. That one's a little faded, but we will. Let's see. It's not too bad, is it? I kind of wanted to. I don't know if I want to do that because it might. We could just do half a stamp too there. Let's just pull it off and be a cowboy and just do whatever. Because I like that. I like that. And that looks pretty good. Put some dots. It just gives it a bit of interest. And yeah. Oh, I made it a little dirty. So this is why I should clean the stamps, because now I've got black on my white. Never mind, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so I've got some. The next thing I'm going to do is, that's me scratching on the thing. The next thing I'm going to do is, I've got a few little words. Sometimes I put words on that I like. Oh, look at that one. It says use your wings. Be constantly curious and never stop exploring. Okay. So obviously we have to use that one. Now I downloaded these off a freebie site. You can find the actual link on Pinterest. I don't have the link anymore. I've just got these freebie print your own word stuff in a folder in my own thing. And when I get low on stuff, I just put them all in a. I'll show you what I do. I just put them all in there like that. And then I go through them and pick out what I want. Now you could easily make your own by just writing out stuff in a word pad and print it out and cut it out. You don't have to print them out off anything off the internet. Or you can write them. I mean, that's probably the most easy way. But that just helps me because I'm not very good at thinking up things to write. So if I've only got a few to choose from, then I can manage it a lot better. Now what I do like to do is put a black border around the outside, so I'll show you how I do that now. So after doing the stamping and putting the words on, and I just did a little bit of just to make that stand out a little bit, I put some distress ink around it. Look, to be honest, I'm probably one of the very few people that I'm not a big fan of Tim Holtz. I think it's overpriced. You don't have to go and spend that kind of money. I got these off eBay a while ago now. I thought that perhaps because I got it off eBay, it was like had been re-inked or something, and they had been redone. But it turns out that I have read a lot of reviews where people do actually say that when you use these as a stamp with an actual ink stamp to put it on, like we did with the white one, it bleeds. And I have found exactly the same problem. It doesn't matter what paper you use or whatever, it's very wet, it doesn't dry very quickly, so you can't sort of put the stamp on and continue. And I don't believe they're really designed for using as stamping. That you can probably use them on for stenciling and that, but for the price, I think it's way too expensive to be using like that. These are only like $4.95 or something off Amazon, free postage, and they're just as good. And you can get them in a lot of colors, and as you can see, it's permanent. It's not going. It's fast drying pigment ink, whereas this is just like watered down something or other. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of anything really Tim Holtz. I find that they're extremely overpriced, especially in Australia. And yeah, there's lots out there that is better options. For example, you know, you can use serviettes, or you can cut out pictures from the magazines or whatever. You know, you don't have to go to. I guess my point is, you can do art journaling and not have a lot of products. You can use cheap pencils, you can use, you know, cut out things from magazines, you can cut out things from junk mail, You can just use whatever you've got on hand, and that is the beauty of it. So please go and check out the Raven Compendium. That's Chantel and Jen over at Jen's Creative Creations to see what amazing things they did. I did manage to get 4 birds in there. I probably, if anything, I find that putting them onto a dark background was probably not the smartest move, but hey, it's art journaling. We just do what we feel, right? So I want to thank everybody for watching today, and if you'd like to see more of this kind of thing, please let me know in the comments below. I love to hear your feedback and your comments and make contact with you all. And with that, I'll wish you an amazing day, and I will see you next time.